3-inch long neon nails. So I was trying to figure out where they drew the line at, there. And other things that happened to me there was, I was a statistical anomaly because I'm 26 and I don't have any kids. And people were like, how did you do that? And I was like, did nobody give you the talk when you were younger? Or like, how did you miss okay. So that was then. And then at certain times, I kind of felt like I was in high school again because people would look at me funny, well, like strange for the way I speak. And so right away, I was expecting the comments. I was expecting like Oreo. I was expecting saltine. I was expecting all these things again from high school. But now that I think about it, I don't know if it was because of who I hung out with and the way I talk, or if it was just because I was fat. So, it could have been either one. Not really sure. But anyhow, now I have no job again, like I said, and I've been trying to think of ways to make some money. And okay, I was gonna have octuplets, but it's been done now. So what do I do, right? Then I was gonna invent something, but somebody already invented a blanket with sleeves and calls it a Snuggie. So I'm running out of things here, right? So I'm like, what do people always need? And I'm like, well, everybody's got to eat always. And some of the chains are going out of business or whatever, but a lot of them are keeping it together. So I'm like, okay, if you can find something and market it to the right audience, people will keep coming. And so I found out that a lot of these men's themed restaurants are still working. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get one myself and I'm going to call it Boobies and Wings. But we're not going to serve food to save money. We're just going to have condiments. And you come in and you choose the waitress of your choice. And she comes to the table with the condiments. And then I'll let you figure that out, And we're going to have some, some theme nights and everything. And I don't want to leave anybody out. So, crap. I can't tell the end of that joke. It's bad. No, I really can't tell that joke. It's like I said, this is my second bout of unemployment, and I hope it's not as long as my first one, because during my first one, I spent a lot of time, just looking for jobs, and I was stalking this guy. And yeah, I don't really think it's stalking, number one, because he never called the police, and number two, because I like to think it was mutual, and that if he didn't have a girlfriend, and it doesn't really mean anything, and I don't feel like 500 feet is too much to love somebody from. It's not that much of a distance, so it can still happen. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but yeah, you just get so bored when you're unemployed. There's nothing to do. It's there are only so many hours in the day. You can be on the internet, you can, go on YouTube, and then it's like, okay, you are literally sitting there watching the wall. And
do you like this top? It's so gay. Really? Yeah, it's totally gay.
You really shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad. It's insulting. What if every time something was bad, everybody said, oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top?
Oh, you are.
Those are cute jeans, though. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
All right, welcome back, and thank you for joining us. We're going to first talk about Kanye West on American Idol.
I actually did catch that, believe it or not. I usually do not watch that show, but I really was more focused on his, entire hipster look. This was the first time I've seen him with his post. He had a Theo and cockroach makeover last time I saw him. He had the, the afro mullet thing going on. So I was kind of glad he got rid of that. But
how was his overall performance? What did you say?
Well, I don't know. He kind of looked over it, he didn't want to be there and everything, which I guess that's part of his whole his persona. But yeah. What did you think of it?
I actually did not get a chance to see it, but from what I've heard, his singing was below some of the contestants on